Coinbase is allowing US users to deposit paychecks directly in crypto, which is pretty cool. The idea is that instead of your money being deposited from your job directly into your bank account, it can be deposited directly in Coinbase instead, can be deposited in crypto, if I understand correctly. Details were a little vague from the reporting. This is being rolled out for a while, so I wasn't quite sure whether they instantly convert it into a crypto of your choice, or whether they're just not giving you fees for depositing it into Coinbase. But I'll throw this to the group for your thoughts on this if anyone has further clarity. But it's either way, it seems like a really positive step in the right direction, getting more people into crypto and just automatically converting those paychecks. But Zach, I'll throw to you to start off with.
Yeah, I don't know much about the technical details here, but I do think the bigger picture, is really notable. And we saw with Russell Okung, I think it was late last year, NFL player who, took part of his salary or converted part of his salary into Bitcoin. And there was a lot of excitement around that from average Joes like us, right? When can I get paid in Bitcoin too? And the fact that Coinbase seems to have heard some of that feedback and built a product around it is actually pretty interesting to me. So I'm going to be curious to see what the uptick of this looks like. And it could be, I think we're going to pry Coinbase for numbers. They might have to disclose those numbers at their earnings call, but it'll be a good sort of representative snapshot of how many true believers are out there to the point where they're converting some of their paycheck directly into their Coinbase account, presumably for the first time. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of uptick this product finds.
Yeah. Will, what are your thoughts and everything? Sorry, Jen, you were about to say something. Will, you're cut off. No, it's going to Jen. Changed my mind.
Woo! Thanks, Naomi. It's just like a girl power A block we got going here. Yep. Thank you. I think this is super I think this is super exciting. But when we've spoken about the athletes in the past, we've talked a lot about tax implications when it comes to actually spending your crypto. And I think we've all said that these athletes, are probably putting the portion of their paycheck into crypto that they're going to hold on to and maybe not spend. And so I wonder what that means for the average Joe. I would love to see some more clarity when it comes to taxes and crypto to be more excited about this, but it definitely is a step in the right direction. I don't know, Zach, if you have any more clarity for me on that.
Yeah, I know the IRS said not long ago that, buying and holding, you're good to go, right? Like you don't sort of inflict any sort of tax penalty for doing so. So buying and holding, good to go. I think that at point of sale, obviously there's implications, and whether people will use it like that, I think that's still an open question, right? This may become sort of the de facto retirement savings account for a new generation of investors, right? Hey, don't put 5% of my paycheck in my 401k with my 2% match from my company. Let's just put 5% directly into my Coinbase account and see which one grows faster. So I think that from a product perspective is probably some of the thinking, but I'll toss it to Naomi for her thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, the tax side of things is super easy through Coinbase. They make it really easy. You print off some forms and it's all laid out there in your account. So if you're actually doing all your transactions from Coinbase, then it's very easy to calculate all this stuff. It's funny because I often get comments from people who are like, why would I want to pay 20% above, on anything that I'm buying so that just for the privilege of using crypto? And it's like, no, actually, it's the opposite. It's holding that money in crypto. You're making a bunch of money as that asset appreciates. You're paying a small percentage on whatever it's grown by. Like, I don't think that really registers with people. All they're thinking about is the money coming out of their account. They're not realizing that the people who are using crypto and holding their money in crypto, as long as we're in a bull market, they're making a ton of money. And if we're not in a bull market, they don't owe any taxes at all. That's actually a write-off for them. So, it is interesting that people are still not quite understanding how all the tax stuff works around this. It isn't clear at all. I know lots of friends who just spend hours and hours at the accountant's office for all of their really technical workings in the crypto space. But as far as putting a paycheck into crypto and either spending it or holding it, it's actually super easy, and Coinbase does a good job at that. But Will, I'll throw this to you for your thoughts. Are you going to be putting some of your paycheck into crypto?
First, I'm just surprised has to tip me on Twitter.
No, not going to happen. Gotta tweet better. I'm surprised this hasn't been a feature like earlier. Like this seems kind of late because Cash App, you can do this. You've been able to do this forever. And of course, they don't have all these tokens. They don't have all this functionality that Coinbase has. But you can buy Bitcoin and you can deposit directly to their app. Surprised that Coinbase hasn't done this in the past. Maybe there's some regulatory stuff that you need to kind of check off that I didn't know about before. Just responding to your earlier comment, though, about depositing money into Coinbase, flipping into crypto, and appreciating the value of your underlying holdings. It's pretty awesome during a bull market, but bull markets are few and far between. So unless you really adhere to the super cycle theory, I think it could get you in a bad place. But that's my only thought on this. Like, you have to be careful when it comes to direct deposit your payroll into crypto specifically.
I think that's fantastic advice. I think that we are all very optimistic about long-term future of crypto, and people do need to keep in mind that it fluctuates wildly. And if this is your savings account, you are taking a big risk. Like when I, changed my 401k or my Roth to be able to put stuff into Grayscale, I had to specifically check a box that was like, I am now taking uber super duper risk on the highest level, ultra red, and I had to
Is that what the box said?
That's exactly those exact words. You can quote me on that. They really had to confirm over and over that I understood I was taking a risk, because a lot of people are creating these savings, retirement accounts, and they're thinking, well, this is definitely going to be there. Crypto, it's a very high risk asset. So I think that's a great point. If people are putting their paycheck into this, understand the risks. For the rest of us who love risk taking, I'm pretty excited about this. But Zach, I'll throw it to you for final words.
Yeah, imagine if Gary Gensler didn't nuke the Lend product, because then you could deposit your savings into Coinbase, get 4% on your USDC holdings, and boom.
Gangster Gary.
Gangster
Gary.
Put the kibosh on that. All right. Hey, he's not the worst. Come on now. It's okay.
No, he is,
okay.
Zach. He is. Why is he protecting people from 4% interest? This is ridiculous. You're absolutely right. We're being stolen from right now. We have 5.5% average interest rate over the year. Average inflation. And that's money that we're losing.
Go.
Coinbase was trying to give us back some of that in the form of 4% interest. And the SEC is like, nope, can't possibly jeopardize all that money inflating away, by the government. Like, I just think it's crazy. And I am a very anti-Gensler person because of it.